Hey guys, Jennifer here and welcome back to the Family Fudge. In today's video, I'm going to be giving my pantry a Pinterest-inspired makeover. And you guys, I am super excited to get started on this because I know that back to school season is right around the corner. And whether the kids are going to school or staying home, I know that having a better pantry system will make it a lot easier to put together quick breakfasts and lunches for the kids. Now recently I've been on a reorganizing kick, and it all started just over a week ago when I gave my fridge a makeover as well. Now if you guys missed that video, I'll go ahead and link it down below. Now with that project and today's project, I've broken everything down into 5 easy steps. And you guys, these steps will work whether you have a big pantry or a little pantry, and it will also work if you have a big budget or a small budget. So if you're looking for some cleaning and organizing motivation, stay tuned. Okay guys, so here's what my pantry is looking like right now. On the very top shelf, I have a collection of OXO containers, and I've actually had these for years. Lots of these need to be refilled, some of them have wasted space, and some of them are even empty. Now in these next sections, I have a lot of stuff kind of crammed everywhere. The last time I tried to organize this pantry, I used a lot of Dollar Tree bins, which actually worked pretty well, especially if you're organizing on a budget, but unfortunately I haven't kept it up, and right now things are overflowing and it's just a mess. Plus, I find that with these larger baskets, sometimes things get smashed or forgotten about, and sometimes I'll even end up buying multiples of things because I can't find what I need. So in today's makeover, I would like to switch over to some clear bins, similar to the ones I used in my fridge. That way I'll be able to really see what I have and things won't get lost or go bad. And then down at the bottom of my pantry, I have these white crates from Walmart. And this is where I store my bigger and heavier items. Now, I actually like these bins. They store a lot and they're pretty inexpensive, but they also get really crammed with stuff and they are slightly too big for my pantry. I have a really hard time getting them in and out, and I'd really like to change that. So now that you've seen what I'm working with and I've worked through the problems I'm trying to fix, it's time to get started. Okay guys, so step number 1 is no surprise. Anytime you start an organizing project, I definitely recommend taking everything out of the space you're trying to organize. I'm just gonna put everything on my countertops. That way I can really see everything that I have. And while I'm doing this, I'm also checking expiration dates, finding some not so pretty surprises that need to be thrown away. And I'm also trying to keep my groups together. So I have my baking items over here, I have a little snack area, and so on. That way when it comes time to put these items back, it'll be a lot easier. Okay guys, so now that I have everything out of the pantry, it's time for step number 2, and that's all about cleaning. Now, because I have wire racks, there's not really much to wipe down here, but I do see a little bit of gunk, so I'm just going to spray that down and wipe it up the best I can. And you guys, for this really stuck on crud, I'm going to use my cleaning toothbrush. Yes, this is a toothbrush just for cleaning, but it really is the perfect tool to get into little tiny areas and scrub them clean. Once I have all of the shelves wiped down and the crud gone, it's time to clean the floor. Now there are a lot of crumbs here, like an embarrassingly high amount of crumbs, but I'm going to take care of those with my vacuum, and then I'm going to go ahead and spray down the floor and wipe it up the best I can. Now guys, in this cleaning step, I'm also going to go ahead and wash out any empty containers, and I'm also going to wash out a few new containers I'm planning on using in my pantry. I always recommend that you wash thoroughly brand new containers when you bring them home from the store. I'm going to give all of these containers a good scrubbing and then let them air dry while I get started on the next step, which is planning. Now, I'm sure there is a fancier way that you can do this, but whenever I'm planning, I really like to get out a good old pencil and paper and draw things out. That way I can really see what I'm working with beforehand. Once I have a rough idea on paper, then I'll go ahead and start placing things on my shelves to get a better idea. Now, with this pantry, it has always bugged me that lots of things were too tall for this main shelf here, whereas the shelf below it had lots of wasted space. So I've got my sweet hubby to help me out here, and he went ahead and moved the shelf down a little bit, solving both of those issues. that brings me to step number 4, which is to containerize. I ran to my nearby home goods store and I was able to find plenty of clear bins. These are just like the ones I used in my fridge, and these were only about $3 to $5 a piece. So a little bit more than the dollar store, but definitely cheaper than some other options. Now, as far as other containers go, I'm definitely going to be using the OXO containers that I already have. Like I said, I've had these for a long time, but you guys, these can definitely be an investment. My tip is to wait until they go on sale at Costco. They go on sale several times a year, and it's usually a much better deal than if you were to buy them individually. Now, I was finding in my pantry that I didn't have enough storage for snacks that were already open and for pasta and other dry goods. So I also went to my local IKEA store and I picked up these really nice large glass containers. These have a really nice tight lid that also has a gasket, so hopefully the food will stay nice and fresh. Also, for this makeover, I picked up a little can riser from Home Goods. This is supposed to be for canned goods, but I have something else in mind. And then also from Home Goods, I picked up 2 of these little Lazy Susan turntables, and I can't wait to show you what I'm gonna do with these. And then finally, at the very bottom of my pantry, I'm going to go ahead and replace those white crates that are too big with some slightly smaller woven baskets. Now, I found these ones at Michael's, and I picked them up when all of the baskets were 40% off. So if you're looking for baskets, wait till they go on sale. And you guys, I really love the look of these baskets. I already have several of them in my living room, so the look will definitely tie in with the rest of my house. So now that you know what I'm using, I'm gonna go ahead and actually fill them up. Okay guys, this makeover is almost complete and I'm so excited to show it to you. Here is a quick recap of what my pantry looked like before. Again, not too bad, but not very good either. And here it is after. Now you guys, this ended up being such a huge transformation and I absolutely love it. And you guys know I love rainbows, so I put a lot of things in rainbow order. So starting at the very top, I've grouped together my entire collection of OXO containers. And I've kind of broken this into 3 sections. Over here on the side, I have all of our cereal finally out of boxes. They're all restocked and ready to go. Then in this center section, I have lots of different kinds of pasta. And then over here on the other side, I have pretty much all of my standard baking supplies. So things like flour and sugar, brown sugar, and then I also have some oatmeal and pancake mix over here as well. Now, moving down to the next shelf, this is probably my favorite shelf out of all of them. And that's because front and center, I have plenty of my favorite sparkling water. Now, also on the shelf, I went ahead and added 2 of these little rotating Lazy Susans on either side. And that's where I went ahead and put my big glass jars from IKEA. And you guys, I love this because I can easily spin these items around, grab what I need. Nothing's gonna get lost in the back or forgotten about. And of course, these glass jars are gonna keep everything nice and fresh. The next shelf is definitely gonna be my kids' favorite shelf. And that's because it's pretty much all kid snacks. On this shelf, I have lots of different kinds of granola bars and protein bars. I also have my kids' favorite cheese crackers. We have some fruit cups, some little Nilla wafers, plenty of applesauce, some shelf-stable yogurt, and of course, some oatmeal packets. Now, this next shelf is kind of dedicated to food storage, so extras that I have on hand, just in case I can't make it to the store for a while, I have these things ready to go. I have lots of pancake mix. I also have lots and lots of mac and cheese because all of my kids love mac and cheese and it's such an easy go-to. I also have a good amount of peanut butter and jelly. In this section, I also have plenty of condiments. I have my little protein shakes and the almond milk that I love so much. Now moving down to the basket. This one over here is dedicated to pasta that has not been opened yet. I also have extra jars of pasta sauce in here as well. In this center basket, I have some sweet potato chips and veggie straws. And these are the bags that have not been opened yet. So this is where they go now. And then this last basket is kind of a mixture of cake mixes, I have some breadcrumbs in here, and then I also have 2 boxes of cookies that also have not been opened yet. Now, way down here on the very bottom, I have my heavier items, and they're actually resting on the floor. Over on this side, I have some unsweetened applesauce, plenty of pickles, and I also have some little tuna pouches. In the center basket, I have protein powder, coconut oil, vegetable oil, and pancake syrup. And then in this last basket in the corner, I have plenty of extra barbecue sauce, taco sauce, hot sauce, and lots of ramen noodles. And then just as a side note, you guys, I didn't end up putting any canned food or spices in my pantry because I actually have other locations in my house. Step number 5 is all about labels. If you don't have a label machine or a Cricut machine, you can always take some clear labels like these and just hand write on each little label what the item is and just stick it on your bin. And then if you have baskets, I totally recommend getting some of these little labels from Target. They're actually meant to go on these little cube boxes, but I find that they work really well for baskets as well. And you can go ahead and just write whatever you want on the front and change them out as needed. Okay guys, I hope you found this video helpful and that it gave you lots of cleaning and organizing motivation. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Hit that red subscribe button if you're new. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.